Now, Sena actually went jogging with Juru and Tama, Tametumu, in which she actually heard a voice, which she actually heard someone calling her name, in which she actually thought it's someone that she knew from her past. Meanwhile, we saw another attack from the Jamon actually attacking innocent people, in which, of course, they actually right to the scene of the accident where Shigeru and Sayo actually appear as well. And they actually saw the Jamon who were responsible for the danger is a Jamon named Hyo Koen Isu Jomon. Now, this Jomon actually has the ability to trap his victims with the cards that which actually based on a real life game, Hayakuen Ice Shoe, which it actually starts with people actually trying to find the words that match the poems on the card. But he actually using that game as his weapon, in which he actually traps his victims by putting the cards on his forehead, in which Sena is actually known for actually playing the game as well, in which she actually knew the poem on the card, in which if the victims actually try to remove the card, it will explode. So Cena actually removing the cards one by one as the others are actually impressed. But she actually missed one card, which is the wrong poem. Then that's when someone actually removed the card of another victim, which is actually right, in which the same person who also knew Cena as well, which described as her curse, is a young lady named Makino Murasami, in which she actually is a childhood friend of Cena, while the others have removed the cards from the victim's head as they get ready to battle the Jamon, but he actually vanished, in which Makino actually was actually the best of playing the game as well, which she actually could not actually beat her at her own game. That's when we actually saw Tommy Tumu, Shigaru, and Sayo actually visit the temple where everybody else is playing the game as well, in which we saw Makino actually play the game as well. Meanwhile, we saw Juru and Mark actually try to cheer up Cena, in which we actually knew that they actually heard her childhood past, how she would actually play the game with her friend, in which she's also a step ahead. However, we saw the Jomon actually appeared, but this time with Garza as well, in which they actually wanted to play a game with them as well, which they actually play the same game, but he actually trapped Tamatumu, Shigeru, and Sayo into the cards, which they actually lose. Which the game is already been rigged by Gersa, in which they actually have made have actually put a spell on the cards. If they actually lose, they'll be trapped inside. Then we saw Makino actually try as well. But even though she got the skills in the game, she actually was wrong. because she actually got the wrong poem, by which she's trapped inside a card, which we saw Sena change into her kimono and get ready to play the game for her friends, in which we seen how she actually knew that the game is rigged. We actually saw her picking the right cards as well, and she actually was very good, in which she actually won and her friends was free. And the Kirameigers have morphed and battled the Jamon, in which they battled and defeated him, which their monster had been released, in which they actually have summoned their machines, so they battle the monster, the Heian Q Basra, which a monster that summons field lightning to his victims. And then, of course, we saw Gersa summon the smug Juki. And then we saw Sena using the Mashin Express. And they actually transform into the King Express for the second time, in which they defeated the monster as well. Which, of course, Gersa was actually pretty cool about it, so he let them use his personal sword as well. But he actually let them win. But he won't actually be generous this time. In which we actually saw the Kirameiger saw the reunion of Sena and Makino, and they actually was happy that Sena using her speed to save the day. Now we actually saw how Sena get her spotlight in this episode, but we actually knew how she will use her skills and her speed to save her friends from a Jamon who use a traditional game as his powers, which we knew that Cena actually recognized the game and actually used it to his advantage. So we actually see what they actually gonna do on the next episode next weekend. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page. Until then, this anime guy joining you saying sign out. Laters.